Hello all, welcome to our channel. I'm Shilpa Nagaraju, who will be covering the Indian art and culture part of your UPSC, EPFC, EO examination. To continue with our series, let's start today with Indian theatre. So music, dancing, drama, stylized speech and spectacle are all combined in the theatre. Theatrical productions are deeply rooted in the national culture and local identity of our nation. Ancient traditions, customs, and the desire to improvise all coexist in the art form of theatre. It acts as a platform for the continuation of customs and traditions. It also acts as a platform to hold society's transgressions against the light of the day. Example, theatres were used as a platform to promote national consciousness during the Indian national struggle. See, today we have our social media platforms like WhatsApp and Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc. to promote any information. But back then it was theatre which was doing that work. So, for example, theatres were used as a platform to promote national consciousness during the Indian national struggle. So, let's start with Sanskrit theatre. As a literary work, drama typically tells us a story through gestures, movements, and facial expressions of the characters, along with dances, costumes, background scenery, music, stage design, and other means in addition to words in the form of a dialogue. Therefore, drama is a performative art. Please remember, drama is a performative art which involves wide range of participants and components, which includes playwright, actors, director, audience, costume designer, and makeup artist, among others. So let's see the Indian classical drama here. The dramatic elements which are found in the Vedas, in dialogue, hymns, and in Vedic rituals add an impact on the Indian dramatic tradition. Thus, the dramatic elements that would later define drama and usher in a genre known as Indian classical drama, as we know it, can be found in the Vedic era 1500 to 1000 BCE. As early as 400 CE, performers or nata are supported by epics like the Mahabharata. Yet, the Natya Shastra, which was written by Bharata Muni, which appeared in the 3rd century AD, is the most surviving treatise on Indian play. The dramatic tradition is given in Heavenly Beginning in Bharata, emphasizing its Vedic religious roots. The simple fact that such a text exists shows that it was the result of a lengthy dramatic development process that had been ongoing at the time. So let's see the similarities and the differences between Sanskrit and Greek dramas. A few commentators, including Weber, claim that Greek influence can be seen in Indian plays as a result of the Greek conquest of the Indian subcontinent. We can see the Greek conquest to the Indian subcontinent through Alexander, and we have seen many other people who were seen in the Mauryan Empire. So let's see some of the similarities here. There are some parallels such as plot's predominance of historical and mythical figures, the play's division into acts and scenes, the use of chorus, and the development of stock characters, which shows the influence of Greek drama on all our Sanskrit dramas. So let's move on to the differences. The absence of tragedy in Indian drama. the loose adherence to Greek's drama, strict observance of the three unities of time, place, and action, the shifting of the action from earthly spaces to heavenly ones, taking place over many years as well, and the importance of dance and song, which are not found in the Greek drama, are all the additional elements of Indian tradition that distinguish it from Greek drama. So we don't have much of tragedy in Indian dramas because Indian people want happy ending. We also have strict observance of time, place, and action. The shifting of the action from earthly spaces to heavenly ones and taking place over many years as well. And the importance of dance and song are not seen in Greek drama. So let's see the salient features. As previously mentioned, there are many sources of inspiration. The Natya Shastra states that the goal of a dramatic performance is to bring about teaching, riches, justice, spiritual freedom in addition to entertainment and pleasure. In Hindu cosmology, death is not the end, but rather a means to either gain spiritual emancipation from the cycle of life or be reborn until it is achieved, which explains why Sanskrit theatre does not have a tragic final. So let's see rasa as a sentiment in Indian theatre. Rasa, which is regarded as Sanskrit drama's highest goal, can be defined as a pleasant aesthetic experience attained through drama. The rasa, also known as the aesthetic sentiment, is a crucial component of Sanskrit drama and is best described as the audience's sophisticated emotional reaction to the performance. Vibhava, Anubhava, Vyabhichari Bhava, and Sthayi Bhava are the various emotional reactions to a work of art make up the majority of rasa. So let's see the classification of Indian theatre. Also, Natya Shastra explains the many play tales such as the major type, which is the Rupaka, or the minor type, which is called the Uparupaka. The Nataka, which are plays based on myths, epic tales, and the Prakarana, which are plays based on the fictional stories and where less significant characters are dominating, are two of the 10 forms of Rupaka. So let's see about the plot or the Prakarana. The 5 transitions that make up the idealized story structures of the Sanskrit drama culminate in a final depiction of the occurrences. The first is the origin, that is the Mukha, which outlines the initial elements or the plot's genesis. The second is also known as the incident or Pratimukha, deepens the plot by illustrating both the fortune and unfortunate events. The third is called the germ or the Garbha, in which positive deeds or circumstances appear to move one closer to the goal or the phala. The fourth state is a crisis, that is Vimarsha, in which negative actions or events appear to outnumber the positive ones and diverge from the goal. The play's various stories are brought together and brought to a clear end in the fifth act, which is called the completion or the nirvana. Bilingual. The fact that Sanskrit drama is bilingual is one of its distinctive features. The characters from different societal groups such as soldiers, servants, women, children, etc. talked in the numerous Prakrit languages in contrast to the Sanskrit spoken by the heroes who belong to the upper caste such as Brahmins and Kshatriyas. The Sanskritic tradition did not have such restrictions that required male actors to play the role of female leads. And drama could be performed by men alone, women alone, or mix of both depending on the plot. This is in contrast to the ban on female actors in European classical drama. Drawback. The fact that Sanskrit drama is bilingual is one of its distinctive features. characters from different societal groups such as soldiers, servants, women and children talked in numerous Prakrit languages in contrast to the Sanskrit spoken by the heroes who belonged to the upper caste such as Brahmins and Kshatriyas is the major drawback. So let's see some of the important Sanskrit dramatics, that is Bhasa. Prior to Kalidasa, the Sanskrit playwright Bhasa, who was between 3rd and 4th century, is thought to have resided in Ujjain of Madhya Pradesh. Bhasa drew inspiration from semi-historical legends and individuals such as epics like Mahabharata, Ramayana and the Purana. The Natya Shastra is not adhered to strictly in Bhasa's plays and even dramatic traditions are broken. His most well-known play is Swapna Vasavadatta, tells the tale of King Udayana who must decide whether to wed his beloved Vasavadatta for love or the neighboring king's daughter Princess Padmavati for political reasons. Shudraka. A poet king named Shudraka, often known as the Little Servant, lived in Ujjain of Madhya Pradesh in the 2nd century CE. His Prakarana drama called Mritchakatika, the small clay cart, an enlarged version of Bhasa's unfinished play that is Charudattam, is well known. A jealous suitor attempts to prevent the union of a Brahmin merchant named Charudatta and a courtesan named Vasantasena in the play's 10 acts. It presents an intriguing and accurate portrait of the urban society at that time along with its intricate social structure. His other plays includes Padma Prabhritaka, Vinavasa Datta and a Bana short 1-act monologue. The next one is Bhavabhuti. He was the court poet of King Yashovarman of Kanauj in North India in the 8th century CE. He was a significant dramatist of the later Sanskrit theatrical period. He also created plays based on Ramayana, including the Mahavira Charita, exploits of a great hero, which portrays Rama's early years, and the Uttama Charita, the later history of Rama, which details Rama's later year as described in the Uttarakanda of the Ramayana. Both plays have 7 acts and were written in the Nataka style. He is renowned for fully removing the Vidushaka from his plays, which also takes away the humor. This, according to critics, is a reflection of his temperament, which made it difficult for him to convey comedy. The next one is Kalidasa. Sanskrit playwright Kalidasa was active between 4th and 5th centuries. He is thought to have served as a courtier for Chandragupta too. The Vedas, Ramayana, Mahabharata and the Puranas are the main sources for his plays and as well as poetry. His plays include well-known ones like Vikramorvashyam, Malavika Agnimitram, which is pertaining to Malavika and Agnimitra of Pushya dynasty. The next one, Vikramorvashyam, is between Vikrama and Urvashi. According with the Khanda Kavyas, he also wrote epic poems like Raghuvamsha on the dynasty of Raghu and Kumara Sambhava, the birth of Kumara or Subramanya, which are minor poems. The Abhignana Shakuntalam, however, continues to be his most well-known and popular piece, which is the recognition of Shakuntala. Let's see some of the important folk theatres of India. In India, folk theatre is a hybrid art form that combines the elements from dance, music, pantomime, versification, recitation of epics and ballads, visual and performing arts, religion and festival celebrations. Folk theatre, which has origins in the native culture, is ingrained in the social values and local identity. In addition to offering the public amusement, it has long served Indian society as a means of interpersonal, intergroup, and intervillage communication. In India, folk theatre has been widely used to spread important messages about social, political, and cultural issues in order to raise public awareness. As an indigenous form, it transcends all institutional barriers to human interaction and speaks to the populace directly. Let's see how the folk theatre emerged. From a historical perspective, the folk theatre first made a strong appearance in several locations between 15th and 16th centuries. It spoke various tongues, including those of the places where it first appeared. At first, they had strictly religious tones and usually dealt with mythology, local tales, and the religion. Eventually, as times changed, it focused on folk tales of romance and bravery and biographical descriptions of local heroes, becoming more secular in tone. So let's see different folk theatres of India. The first one being Bhand Pather. Kashmir's traditional form of theatre is this Band Pather. It is a special fusion of acting, dancing, and music. Surnai, Nagara, Dol are used in the music. It frequently takes place in the public areas. There are no pre-written plots. Another distinguishing quality of this type of play is originality. These legends honor the rishis' lives, Sufi sages. So both Hindus and Muslims, it demonstrate how the play is secular. If you had watched Shahid Kapoor's movie, you would have seen this Bhand Pather. Along with Shraddha, you had watched, I don't remember the name, Haider. There you can see this Bhand Pather. The next one is Sang or Swang. In Rajasthan, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Malwa region of Madhya Pradesh, it is a type of folk dance theatre. The Sang or Swang is regarded as India's most ancient form of folk theatre. It has two key fashions which are Atras and Rothak. This traditional dance theatre produced Nautanki and Tamasha in the past. Next is Nautanki. It is connected to the country of Uttar Pradesh. Kanpur, Lucknow, Hathras are well-known centers for this type of theatre. At first, this folk dance theatre was open only to men. However, nowadays women are also permitted. In this school, Gulab Bhai of Kanpur is a well-known artist. Next is Ras Leela. It is solely based on the stories about Lord Krishna. Some people think Nanda Das was the author of the first plays based on Krishna's life. This theatre is well known in the Uttar Pradesh cities of Mathura and Vrindavan, particularly during the Krishna Janmashtami and holy celebrations. Bhavai, it is a type of Gujarati traditional theatre. Kutch and Kathiawar serve as the centers of this style. Both romantic and spiritual sentiments are employed in this theatrical form. Bengal is where this type was created and raised because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's influence it gained popularity. Jatra originally took the form of music, later dialogues were included, religious rituals and celebrations as well as fairs held in their honor. So this is typo error, this is not Bhavai but it is Jatra of West Bengal. Please, this is a typo error. This is Jatra of West Bengal. Next is March. It is a type of Madhya Pradesh traditional theatre. The emphasis on the songs is more than on the discourse. The theatre style's music is referred to as Rangat. Bauna. This type of theatre has its root in Assam, a religion that is followed in Assam, Bengal, Odisha, Mathura and Vrindavan. Sanskrit is used to start the story, followed by either Brajboli or Assamese. Next one is Tamasha. It is Maharashtrian traditional folk theatre. In the play, the female performer who goes by the name Murkhi is the primary dancer. The Shavatar. It is a regional theatre from Goa and Konkan. The performers represent Lord Vishnu in his 11th incarnation, and these entertainers dress in paper mache and wood masks. Krishnatyam. It is a Kerala folk theatre. It gained popularity with King Manavada of Calicut's support. The episodes have Lord Krishna as their central theme. Next is Kudiyattam, which is also Kerala's traditional theatre style. This type of theatre is based on Sanskrit theatre customs. This theatre form style places more focus on hand gestures and eye movements. Yakshagana is a traditional theatre style of Karnataka. It is well known in Karnataka districts of Dakshina Kannada, Udupi, Uttara Kannada, Shivamogga and the western portion of Chikmagalur. In Kerala's Kasaragod district, it is also well known. This theatre style combines dance, music, conversation, clothing, makeup and stagecraft to create a distinctive look and shape. Yakshagana is also known as Atta or a popular variation of this word in the Tulunadu region, that is Badagutittu. The Puranas and mythical tales serve as its foundation. The most well-liked Yakshagana episodes are those from the Mahabharata, which are customarily broadcast from twilight to daybreak. Yakshagana is very similar in structure and performance to Kabuki, a local theatre in Japan. Next is Terukuttu, the Tamil Nadu state's most well-known folk drama. Also, Tamil-speaking areas of Sri Lanka adhere to it. To ensure a bountiful crop, it is typically carried out at Mariamman's, that is the rain goddess, yearly temple festivals. The street play frequently draws inspiration from Hindu epic Mahabharata and centers on the figure of Draupadi. The 8 plays that are central to this theatre are based on the life of Draupadi. Harikatha, the story of the Lord, is what it means. In Tamil and Telugu, it is also known as Harikatha Kalakshepam. It is a hybrid art form that is particularly common in the states of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra and Karnataka. It combines storytelling, poetry, music theatre, dance and philosophy. The storyteller here examines a classical theme, either a saint's life or a passage from an Indian epic. Burrakatha. It is an oral storytelling method used in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana villages. One primary performer and 2 co-performers make up the group. It is an entertaining story that includes prayers, solo performances, dancing, songs, poems and humor. The subject will be either a Hindu myth, Jangam Katha or a current social problem. Thank you. Please like and subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your fellow aspirants to cover the entire portions of UPSC, EPFC, AOU examination. See you in the next video.